Nestled on the eastern shore of New Zealand's Coromandel Peninsula lies the picturesque tourist town and port of Tairua. With the spectacular Coromandel mountain range as a backdrop, this North Island region has some stunning scenery. A string of drowned volcanic peaks form rugged islands out in the deep bay. Tairua boasts a warm, almost subtropical climate, with summer temperatures averaging in the high 20s. Not surprisingly, this area is a popular holiday destination for Kiwis and international tourists alike. These visitors come here for much more than just the breathtaking coastal scenery and the great climate. Tairua makes a wonderful stepping off point for some exceptional saltwater fishing action. Knowing this, Daiwa have sent some engineers from Japan to Tairua to go fishing. And this is their chance to finally enjoy the fruits of 3 years of intensive research and development on their new flagship reel. Let's join them now as they hook up with their Australian counterparts and put the new reels through their paces on some serious Kiwi kingfish. The bay is dotted with islands, their mountainous peaks plunging beneath the placid surface of the sea. These underwater structures are home to hordes of hardfire dropped into schools located using the sounder before being retrieved erratically. Jigging is a technique that inflicts maximum strain on fishing tackle and on the anglers as well. What better way to test new equipment? Tim Matsubara is Daiwa's Research and Development Manager. Part of Tim's job is to accurately understand the conditions and environments his equipment will face. Harsh saltwater, hot temperatures and rampaging fish will be the death of any poorly designed and badly constructed equipment. Kingfish are immensely powerful and must be turned away from any deep, line-cutting structure as soon as they're hooked. Otherwise, a bust-off is almost guaranteed. Kingies have a well-deserved reputation as dirty fighters, and this is no place for light drag settings or substandard reels.
Oh, nice fish. Nice fish, look at that. Big fish, man. Yeah. Nice fish.
It's one thing to be told that kingies pull out of all proportion to their size, and another entirely to experience it for yourself. This is the stuff that memories are made of, and also invaluable experience for a tackle engineer. Yellow Tail Kingfish prefer temperate waters of 18 degrees Celsius or more, and range around the southern half of Australia and the northern parts of New Zealand. They're mostly encountered around reefs, islands and rocky headlands. Locating structure is the key to finding them. Kingfish are considered large at 15 to 30 kilos, but can potentially grow to 60 kilos. They're an aggressive and powerful predator, worthy of respect at any size. Another great way to catch kingies is to use live baits. This is the live garfish known as a piper in New Zealand. It's hooked up and sent down the dinner trail. Not too many kingfish will pass up such a tasty mouthful, unless there's live squid on offer. Sure enough, Kaz Matsuda is a saltwater reel engineer. Much of the last 3 years of his life has been dedicated to designing this particular reel. Following intensive testing in the lab back in Japan, Kaz really knows the ins and outs of this new drag system that he helped design. Kingfish destroy drag systems as a matter of course, and Kaz has seen plenty of ruined discs and washers spread out across the lab bench. Detailed studies of those remains has led to the refinements and advances that have been made over the last 3 years. As a result of all that work, Kaz sets about this epic battle with supreme confidence. And Kaz looks justifiably pleased with the results of his labour, and you can bet those photos will be up on his social media page well before the sun sets. Wataru is another saltwater reel engineer from Japan. His beautifully crafted reel is designed in harmony with his rod, combining to make the perfect tool for extracting kingfish from their deep water lairs. When jigging, a great rod is just as important as a great reel. Check out the forces being exerted here. The best jig rods put the power and advantage firmly on the angler's side. This, combined with correct placement of guides, ensures that the line is not subjected to extreme angle stress. Bad placement of guides can increase drag pressure at exactly the wrong moment, causing the line to break. Butt lengths and configurations are also... And when everything is exactly right, even serious kingies like the one Waturu has hooked can be knocked over in a surprisingly short time.
Oh my god, this is heavy.
Epic. With another oversized kingfish landed, it was almost time to head home and compare notes over dinner and a nice cool drink. But first, Tim had to have one last drop just to prove a point. And it turns out that Tim's point was no matter how good the equipment,
Hook them off.
you still have to respect a mighty kingfish. The next morning dawned a little greyer, cooler and windier than the first, but the kingies were still there in big numbers, as the skipper soon explained.
Okay guys, the fish are in about 50 metres, we're in about 75, so if you drop at 60, then we'll jig through the school and you'll be fishing in the area where the fish are swimming. It's heaps easy.
One of the keys when you come out jigging is to vary your retrieve to start with. Don't come out and just start jigging madly or rapidly or slowly. Every guy, there's 3 guys on the boat all jigging, everyone's got a different style. One sign hooks up or 2 hook up, you know what's going to happen and what the fish want. Some days they're a bit lethargic, some days they're just fired up and they'll eat anything they want. I'm just about up out of 70 metres of water and no hits, so I'll let it back down. We're fishing in 60, 70 metres of water. Just count your braid down. Most of the braids in the market are marked in 10 metre increments. I'm on the drop. We're hooked up on Kings off Tairua on the new Saltiga spinning reel. I've sort of done a bit of a thrill sequence under a 30-pound rod, whereas all the other guys are on 50 to 60-pound rods. And it's given me a bit of a workout. It's not a big fish, but it's down there and it's going hard. But you can see the reel's working really well, but the rod, all the power's here, not in the tip, it's folding away, so it's making it very easy for me to fight a fish. Because I'm not fighting the rod at the end, I'm fighting all here at my hand. So it's very, very simple. But the big things with fighting these fish is don't use your arms. Unless the guys go out and use their arms and 2 or 3 fish and they're too tired, just use your body weight and lift back. Bend your knees. Gaining line each lift, and I'm not getting tired. Getting a sore groin, but I'm tired. And we've got the leader coming up. I'll show you, little boy. Still a fish. That's hooked from the side, from the sacrifice stick. Get him out. Ready to go. A little rat, but still a good kingfish. When you can with these fish, especially like tuna and any fast fish, instead of just dropping them in, spear them straight. Gets the water straight through the gills and gets them going back down deep where they want to. All we have to do is drop in and he's gone.
The saltwater environment is one of the biggest killers of reels when attempting to do this kind of work day after day and week after week. Corrosive salt water has a way of entering the reel's sensitive internal components via salt spray and sea air, even without the reel having been immersed. To the engineers, this was another challenge to be studied and overcome. Their new flagship Saltiga reel has been designed with this in mind, and a totally new concept in waterproofing has emerged. And it certainly proved itself in the heat of battle.
Yeah, well, it's nearly towards the end of the day. The weather was really starting to set in bad. Rain sort of around us with the wind and swell, and there comes a great point now. I looked up on something that I gained 10 metres, it takes 15. Slowly coming up now, slow motion, going around circles. We're getting there, slowly, every bit, and stop taking line really. Battle of swords, gain a metre at a time. Go for it. That's a fair slab of kingfish for a really light rod with a new Saltiga. It'll take a good 10 minutes worth. I'm buggered, to say the least. The engineers from Japan who came here to test the Saltigas really got some good knowledge out of it. I'm sure we put it to the test after the amount of fish we caught over the last couple of days. What amazing.